Hey guys, so as I said in the last video, this video will be a Trials of Osiris breakdown video between high ELO teams. For those who don't know what ELO is, it's a rating system similar to Destiny Tracker or DTR, hosted by a site called guardian.gg. I'll put a link in the description box below so you can check it out. It's basically a way of ranking players based on their wins and losses. So in this game, it's about average 1750 between the teams. And the map is Frontier, last week's Trials map. Just a bit of an overview on the map. It was a very large open map with a lot of sniping lanes, but personally I didn't snipe that much, to be honest. I mainly ran around with a miter and a shotgun because I felt that you didn't need that kind of variety in your team. Having 3 snipers in your team didn't really allow for a lot of pushes. So when an enemy will go down in a really awkward position, it was hard to get the revive snipe, so to speak. So with me running a shotgun for my team, it really allowed us a different point of play. So you can see from that first round that I rushed completely with my loadout miter and shotgun, as my teammate was able to snipe them out. So right here you see that the enemy team is crowded around in the left special room. So I make the call out and all of us rush in together. Right here I'm just trying to get an angle, maybe get a kill, but unfortunately I cannot. I come back to revive my teammate because reviving teammates is key in Trials, as everyone knows. Unfortunately they get the revive as well and I have to back off as I'm weak, but I get picked off here with a very well placed grenade. But my teammate is able to get a kill here, and as well as a revive on me, so now it is 3v1. We rushed this last guy, but I missed some shots here. I guess you could say it was lag, but you know, I just couldn't get the kill. And he picks me off, and then he's also able to get the revive on his teammate because of most likely fast res. But he does get revive sniped by my teammate, and he picks up the third guy. So that round was, I'd say, pretty messy. A lot of kills in that round. So at this point, we are aware that some of us may have supers, they may not have supers. I definitely do not have a super, but we are aware of it. And it's something that you really do have to take into account if you have a super or if the enemy might have a super, because it will change your playstyle and maybe their playstyle as well, whether they're aggressive or not. So you can see right here, we go towards the left as we usually do, but one of my teammates gets picked up by a snipe. So I just throw some grenades in the smoke to try and zone them out. I get a kill here, but I don't have a sniper obviously, so I can't pick them off. So I rush in, trying to get another pick, and my teammate does team shot with me. But right here, I get melted by a pulse rifle. So right now it is a 3v1. Our teammate is just trying to run away, trying to maybe clutch it up, get some ammo, but unfortunately he does get picked off. That's something you need to really do in Trials. The moment you get a pick, 1 or 2, you want to rush, be aggressive. Maybe that's not your playstyle, maybe you just want to snap them back, but in my opinion you really do need to push, because every second counts in Trials. If you give an enemy in a single moment just to regroup or get the revive, then it's back to square one. So if you get a kill, you really need to capitalize on it. So here we go to the left again. As always, I try to get an angle on the left room. No one's there, so I call out that they're in mid-bridge. So my teammates push up with me, we just try and team shoot together. We're trying to get an angle on the opponent. So with this map, it's a very large map, as you guys may know. So there's a lot of places where you can run and hide. You can go to outside heavy, inside heavy, hide inside doorways. So right now we just pushed around to their spawn because we felt that it had a lot of cover. You see here that I also get my super up, but obviously since I'm a Nightstalker I can't really push aggressively with it. So here I make the call out that they're towards the special room at the back, but my teammate gets picked up with a snipe. So right here you can see just on the radar that they are pushing it aggressively, which is what I was talking about earlier. I do get the revive, but I die from a grenade, and now our teammate he pops the super, which is the right idea, but unfortunately he does get tethered. Not much you can do about that, that's just unfortunate. I get picked off with a shotgun and my teammate walks into the tether unknowingly, so yeah, he gets picked off, and once again it's 3v1. There's not much you can do in this scenario. They just got the first pick, which is a huge advantage in Trials, and they just pushed on it. They capitalized on it, and they didn't allow us any time to regroup, to revive, to do anything. So good play on their behalf. So at this point the game is tied 2-2 and 2 supers have been used. So now that I have my super and my teammate called out that he has his super, we just assume that the other two guys on the team also have super, which I think is two blade. No. It was a one blade dancer and one striker. So we are well aware of that as we try and keep our distance, as they are, as I like to call them, they're push supers. So yeah, we need to keep our distance and be aware of whether they're going to use them or not. So again, we see that there's no one on the left, so we rush again into their spawn as we try to get the angle. You can see on the radar that I see someone towards mid bridge. So I make the call out and I try and get the angle here before I grab the special. So once I grab it, I see that the guy's on bridge, throw a grenade, try and zone them out, but my teammate is able to get the kill. And he also calls out that they are towards the back bridge. So I push in with the shotgun and I am able to pick them off here. So that's an example of communication, and once again we did what they did last game. The moment we got a pick, we just called out, hey guys, he's over here, he's back here, you need to push in and get him here so they don't get the revive. So communication is really important. So heavy round coming up, no one waves, so we assume that they're going to play the heavy. This round was basically a round that we gave away, I think. I tethered the blade dancer here and am able to kill him, but my teammate also dies in the process. So I had two options here, and it was a very split decision. I could either wait for the revive or pull the heavy. I waited for the revive, which was something that I should not have done in hindsight, because that allowed the other team to pull the other heavy and push us. And you can see that the other guy was actually tethered as well. Yeah, so looking back on it, I probably should have grabbed the heavy to try and kill them, but yeah, that's just the way of the game. Just gotta move on from those mistakes and learn from them for next time. So at this point, there were two supers left in play. Our Warlock super and their Fist of Havoc, and we are well aware of that again. You just need to keep account of all these types of things so you can choose the best strategy for your team to approach. So right here, I get picked off with a very nice snipe, but he gets taken out with a very nice grenade from my teammate. So he is able to pick us up. There's no revive stuff on me because there was no one looking at me, so I made the call out that I was able to be revived. So right here you can see that they're on the bridge, so I go around and try and get an angle as my other teammate gets revived. So right here you can see that they wasted their Fist of Havoc, I believe, which is a big plus for us. See, something that's in Trials, if you don't use your super effectively, that just makes you completely lose momentum in Trials. And it just gives the other team a huge edge, because a super is, if used correctly, can guarantee a whole round, right? So if you miss a super, and especially Fist of Havoc, where if you miss it, there's like a slight window of opportunity for the other team to get a kill, it's just a huge momentum loss, so that was a big plus for us. So coming into this round 4-3, we are in the lead. And you may notice that we've been doing the same thing every round. We push around to B flag. Ideally, you don't want to do the same strategy every single time, but since they did the same thing every single time, they pushed it outside heavy. We figured that going to this side and just getting angles, try and stay alive, is better rather than tackling them face on, because if we die right in the line of fire, it is hard to get the revive, and they will get a massive advantage over us. So you can see just on the radar that they have pushed around to the inside heavy where we spawned in. Unfortunately, my teammate does get picked, so again, they have the advantage being a 2v3. We are able to get the revive and run away, but they rush us immediately and they corner us back into their original spawn. So you can see I'm just trying to get away, but right now myself and my teammates are in a really bad position, being cornered in that room. I do try and get away, go outside, but my teammate gets picked up in the hallway here. So right now his orb is in a very, very bad spot. Even if I try to revive and slide in front of him, it doesn't work because the enemy has a better angle than we do. So I get the grenade off, try and get a couple of shots off, maybe get them weak for my teammate to clean them up, but that's not the case. See, I try and get the revive again, but he gets picked off. So in this scenario, they are at a huge advantage, just getting revive slants and building super. That was a very bad play on my behalf, trying to get the shotgun kill. I thought it was closer to the doorway, but he wasn't. So right here, see my teammate gets the revive again, which is ideal because since he has the super up, the enemy is distracted. They're trying to get away as we try and regroup. He gets to revive me as well, but we get picked off with a tether. We didn't die from it, however, but the enemy is on the cap point now, and we are incredibly slowed down. So right now it is just a 2v2, but they are able to get the cap and win that round. But on the bright side, you still see at the end there that he used his Blade Dancer and he effectively wasted his super. So at this point, they've used both their Tether and Blade Dancer in that last round, so we are aware that they do have their Fist of Havoc left, and that does come into play towards the end of the round. I do have my Tether, which I believe might be the last super. I think my teammate might have his Sunbreaker up, but yeah, we basically played this round keeping in mind that they have one super left, but knowing that we have one or two supers does give us a sort of a mental edge over the enemy. So here you see he has a hit glitch. This map did have a lot of hit glitches, which was favorable for snipers, I think, but the nature of this map with a lot of cover, a lot of rocks, did allow a lot of different styles of play for shotguns and all that good stuff. So right here I make the call out that I see them go towards outside heavy. So again, I try to get the angle so I can see exactly where the enemy team is, which will let me make a better call out for my teammates to know exactly where they are. So right here I just grab special. Didn't really need it, but just grab it anyway, just so the enemy can't get it, So right here I see a guy he can see me, so I back off, try and go back to my teammates so we can regroup. My teammate does get a kill here, which again puts us in an advantage. I get a tag here, I push in with a grenade to try and finish him off. I am weak, so I back off for a little bit before I go back in and pick up a kill. The other guy did get revived, so it is 2v2. I missed my tether there, but he is affected by the tether, not the direct arrow. But I make the call out that they're tethered. So my teammates go over there and get the 2 kills. So now it is a 2v1 before my teams pick me up, and now it's 3v1. So right now we see a Titan run towards us, so first instinct is to back off because we know that's the Fist of Havoc incoming. And it worked out for us. We knew that he had the Fist of Havoc, we backed off, and he didn't kill any of us. He wasted it and we were able to get the kill and win that game. So yeah, that was just a breakdown of a Trials game last week between pretty high rated teams. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to let me know in the comments or specifically liking the video. As always, any feedback is always appreciated, and I'll see you next time.